Hello everyone, perhaps you are a business owner or just someone in Arkansas looking to learn about how the state tax withholding works for people who live in Arkansas. Well, this video might be for you. This is a payroll file in Excel that you can buy. It's like a $50 template, and then it has some custom add-ons if you want to change anything around in it. But it works for Arkansas. I'm going to show you how it works, and we're going to go over Arkansas withholding hopefully in under 5 minutes. We're going to go super fast. So if you have employees in Arkansas, you put their names. I made up some names. There's Billary Hinton here. I don't know who that is. You're going to put withholdings, federal withholdings, and your Arkansas state withholdings. That thing's called an A4 REC. You just pick your exemptions, or you put 1, 2, or 3 there. How many dependents you have. You figure out how many Arkansas exemptions you have. You put it there. You're then going to put in hours and periods of time for your employees. You can choose your employee's name and what day this was. Say this was the end of last year or something. You can pick actual times of day here, or you can just type over with the actual number of hours. But if you type over, you'll want to know that you typed over a formula there. You can also put in commissions and things. Then we have this all data sheet. Everything rolls in to this all data sheet, and it shows you the number of hours that you had for each person in each pay period. You can put in an hourly rate for them. If some of their hours were, instead of regular, they could be, you can make these overtime hours or different things. We can show that later. But you end up with the gross wage amount. And then let's talk about the Arkansas formula, about how you formulate to get your Arkansas taxable wages and wages withheld. So Arkansas does a nice annualized formula. And what that means is it takes your current wages for the period. This is a bi-weekly version where people get paid once every 2 weeks. And it says we want to figure out what your wages are going to be for the whole year. It says take your wages and multiply them by 26 because this is a bi-weekly period. If it was a monthly period, it would say multiply it by 12 up there. If it was a weekly pay period, it would say multiply it by 52. Whatever it is, you put that there. Then you're going to take out $2,200 standard exemption, so it's just minus 2,200. Whatever that wage was, minus 2,200. Then you do the actual formula, which you see here in this tax bracket thing. How do you turn this tax bracket thing into an actual formula? That's what this is right here. It's a bunch of nested ifs is what we call that, where you put a bunch of ifs in between the different areas of wages. If the amount of wages there is less than 4,200, multiply this percentage by the wage amount. If it's less than 8,300, multiply the amount by 2.4%, but then subtract out, because the first chunk of money here, the layers of money that are being taxed in the progressive tax structure are at a lower rate up top, so that's why they have this minus adjustment thing over here, which can be noted in the formula by minusing out things after the ifs. So I'll paste that in the comments, or you can ask me for it. I can give you an actual formula so you can paste it into your own Excel file if you don't want to use this version. So after you run that formula, then you just have to also take out the number of Arkansas exemptions, which we talked about right here. This number of Arkansas exemptions times $26, you pull that out of the withholding amount, and then you divide your amount by the number of periods in the year again. You got to back this thing out because you annualized your wage and your withholding, what it was going to be for the whole year. Now you've got to divide it by 26 in this case, because it's a bi-weekly version, to get out what the actual paycheck is. So we're at 4 minutes. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You have a pay stub here where you can mess around and change around with the pay stubs, and it's going to give you exactly what all the withholding amounts were. You have something called a 941 that you have to file every quarter. You can change this thing around, and it will give you what your withholdings are and what your Arkansas reporting should be by month. You've got a W-2 as well, that what you can change by person to see exactly what the numbers are going to be when you change it. Unemployment report, workers' comp report, and we're almost at 5 minutes. So that's the payroll file for 2019. That's how you do Arkansas state withholding. It's not that complicated. They do annualize it nicely, and you can get it done in probably less than 4 columns I did right here, but these 4 columns pretty much kind of show you the steps that you need to take to tax your wages and figure out what to withhold. So if you're interested, go to kenbraverman.com and pick up a payroll sprout for your business. They're the most inexpensive payroll solution on the web. That's my guarantee. And we're out.